All right, we're here for volleyball quarterfinals, Elite Eight, D2 Fall Festival here in Seattle, Washington. We've got Cal State LA. We've got head coach Juan Figueroa and his players Jaden Grova and Shelby Grubbs. Coach, I've been asking most coaches to give a recap of their entire season. For you, I want to start with 5 matches into the year. You were 2-3 at the time. You were playing a team that was 3-5. Did you think you'd end up meeting that team again for the regional final?
I always think I'm going to beat everybody. That's the mindset. So, yeah, I mean, we knew that we were playing great at the end of the season. We went to our conference tournament and we actually had a rough match against Sonoma State. And I think that was good. It was really good for us. I think it was good to get us to reset and understand that we had to work really hard for what we wanted. So, yeah, was I expecting to be here? I mean, who really is expecting to be here? I don't think people can be honest about that because you expect it, but you don't, right? But we're here and we're thankful for it. We're blessed to have the opportunity to come out here and play and stay alive. So just looking forward to the challenge.
And then, I guess, what do you remember about that stretch early in the year when you did play? You know, that match was a turning point for both you and Chaminade. You go on, win the CCAA, get through.
You're talking about Chaminade like at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, you played him at the beginning and then met him again at the end. Both of you were completely different teams. I want to know about your team's journey from that match to where you ended up here.
Well, that was at our tournament, the second weekend, and we came from playing at Western Washington where I didn't really know how our team was going to be. We went 2-2 at that tournament. We played some great teams and we saw the competition, and I thought that we had the right pieces, but you never know if they're going to fall into place, right? So went to our tournament and we had our first game of our tournament was against Central Washington, and that's the worst that I've ever seen any of my teams play. We lost. It was actually in 4, but we played horrible. And that, yeah, I was concerned. I was concerned about the season. I knew that we had just lost 5 starters. So yeah, I mean, we regrouped. We talked about a few things. And then I had to really coach a lot. Go back to the basics, and we are a way better team now, right? But everybody is, right? Like at the beginning, you're usually just trying to figure it out. Now, as we started going, we started playing, we started winning some good games, some good matches, and we got some confidence, right? So I think that's key, in order for any team to be here. We got some good confidence and. Started playing the best volleyball that I have ever seen at Cal State LA. So we worked hard, and now we're here.
Excellent. Well, we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Shelby, I'm going to go to you next. This program has been steadily kind of building towards this point. Every couple of years, it's another step on the ladder, right? First round of regionals, next round of regionals. Regional final last year, win the regional final this year. Was there any match or any particular point this year where you maybe started to believe, this is something that we can end up in Seattle, we can be in that Final 8?
I think it was, I know we talk about that Central Washington game a lot, but when we played the rest of the 3 games in that tournament and we did 3 straight sweeps, I was like, you know what, we got this. We actually, we can do something really special that we've never done yet before. And I think we just needed that moment to be like, oh crap, we gotta work our butts off. This isn't gonna be easy for anyone. And it was, and we just worked the whole rest of the season, like Juan said, and we just got back to the basics, and I think we just had a phenomenal season, and we're ready to do some more.
And then Jaden, do you agree with that? Is that kind of the similar turning point for you?
Yes, I think just for me, it wasn't exactly one moment. I think it was more as just as we kept progressing throughout the season, and then as we kept getting more wins and building more confidence, and then we'd come back to practice, and then the momentum from winning the games would just translate into practice, and we'd be more focused and be more ready to work, and we just believed more in ourselves as the whole season went forward. So I think that's how it was for me.
I'm gonna follow up with you, Jaden, but what did you learn about yourself and your team kind of through from last year's regional final all the way through to this year, kind of getting back to that same point and then getting here? What's different about this group?
What's different about this group is I think that because a lot of us are newer players and because some of us did like have that experience of going like just getting into the 16 last year. Last year at this point, I think more of us were ready to be done. And then this year, I think a lot of us are just like, we wanted to go that extra mile, and you could see it in practice. Like we'd come back and like we'd be tired, but we would like push through. Like we had some hard practices where you could tell we were tired, but like all of us really wanted to be here. Like we wanted to come back and make sure that we got farther than last year's team. So I think that's the big difference, just the motivation.
Very good. And then Shelby, one more for you. This is the program's first conference and regional championship since 2005. What is the, I guess, X factor or the intangible thing that you can't necessarily see in the stats, you can't see in the win-loss record, but what makes this group so unique and special?
I think a lot of people say this, but we're just a family. Like we do everything together. We love spending time together. If we're not in practice or we're not traveling, we're still together. Like we spend pretty much every time of our waking existence together, and I think it shows we have such an incredible bond that you really can't recruit people to just play to that bond. It just happens. It's like this is something that we formed because we all love and care about this program so much, and we have this shared goal together. And I'm just really grateful to be here and be a part of such a great family.
Coach, I see you smiling there. I guess what makes this group special to you, knowing that you, like she said, you can't necessarily coach it, but
It's been a crazy 5 years, you know. So I've been the head coach there for 5 years, and you always have a vision, you know, for the program and the way that it should be. And every year we've just gotten better, you know, and just changing the whole culture, you know, of our program. And you know, the kids that I've been able to bring in makes this group just special. You know, like they're good kids. They come in, they work hard, good grades. I don't really have to worry about them off the court. So it's just, I mean, she told you know, it's like a family, and you actually feel it, you know, and they respect one another. And it's just the whole culture, you know, from 5 years ago to now. I mean, I thought that it would take a little longer, but yeah, it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing. I'm thankful, you know, to be here. I'm thankful for the girls and just enjoying the process, you know. So it's very surreal for me, you know, to see where we're at right now, and how far we've come, you know. So it's special, and I'm just thankful for it.
Okay, moving ahead to tomorrow. What do you know about Gannon? I think your team has shown that you can throw the seeds out. Looking at the regional tournament, you've beaten a 1, 3, 6, 7, and 8 all over the last 2 years. What do you know about them, and what are some keys to being successful in this format?
I don't really know a whole lot about them. To be honest, I know a lot about our region, but I don't know a lot about the other regions. So I don't really know a whole lot, you know, about them. I don't know what to expect. I've seen, you know, some of their games, and I think the key will be for us to stay focused, you know, relax, and just play our game. I think if we play our game, we'll be able to compete with any team, you know. So it's a matter of us being able to handle ourselves on our side and just following the game plan, you know. So again, I'm just ready for it. I'm ready to, you know, to see how we perform, and just looking forward to the challenge.
Great. Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.